Okay, I got to talk about something else going on in my life that I have not spoken to you about. That's a real problem, and it's just tonight. It's just out of control, so I have to bring it up, and that is the asshole. I hate using that word that lives next to me in my apartment building. Uh, he's been told to stop smoking by the landlord. On and off, he smokes in his apartment anyway. And I actually spoke with the landlord earlier this month about it, and he said, oh, he's going to talk with him again. The landlord has said he was going to talk to this guy like 5 times already, and he's still smoking in his apartment. I've banged on the wall. I've yelled at his through his door. Yeah, first I was nice about it, but I'm tired of being nice about it. So we're going to talk about the dangers of secondhand smoke, and also the fact is I shouldn't have to get an air purifier anyway because it's not my responsibility. But air purifiers don't really work with secondhand smoke. So we're going to talk about that in this video here, because I'm going to have to call a lawyer, and I may have to move out of here because I can't deal with this anymore. It's just, and the problem is, if I move, then I'm not going to be able to pick where I live. So not only am I going to have to, I will need to be speaking with the lawyer anyway, regardless, because either I sue the guy next door, or I sue my agency, or I sue my landlord, or I sue all of them. Because this has got to stop. All right, you have a right not to have this kind of crap going on in your building. So we're going to read this here, and I'll put the link below. All right. So secondhand smoke exposure in multi-unit dwellings such as apartments and condominiums is unfortunately both a common problem and is also dangerous for you and your family. It is a common problem. I know a lot of people deal with it. Exposure to secondhand smoke can lead to serious health problems, including lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. It can make asthma worse in adults and children. It is especially dangerous for children as it can result in permanent damage to growing lungs and cause respiratory illness like bronchitis, pneumonia, ear infections, and sudden infant death syndrome. And there is also a family that lives in my apartment building with kids. Secondhand smoke can seep into multi-unit dwellings from many places, including vents and cracks in walls and floors. You are not alone in being exposed to secondhand smoke in your multi-unit building. Based on several studies, an estimated 44% to 53% of multi-unit housing residents that do not allow smoking in their home have experienced secondhand smoke infiltration in their home from elsewhere in or around the building. The steps below can help you if you find yourself facing a difficult situation. So check your lease. So we have to see if it's even in the lease. But the landlord says it's not allowed. But is it in writing? That is the question. See if there are laws in your community. Unfortunately, we don't have laws. Yeah, we should have laws. We should, but we don't. There are no laws. I already checked. There are no laws on the books in New York, Mineola, Nassau County regarding second smoking in apartment buildings. I know Suffolk was trying to pass a law. I don't know what happened with that. Talk with your neighbors. I have talked with them. All right, they don't seem to want to get involved. Talk with your doctor if secondhand smoke. I have done that as well. Talk to your landlord about it. I have done that. And in-person meeting or written communication. I have done that. I've been calm, polite, and stick to the issue, and I have been polite with the landlord. All right. Bring with you or include your doctor's note. Ask your neighbors who are being affected. If your building does not have an indoor, but we do have an indoor smoke-free population. There is no smoking allowed in my building. All right, there is no smoking allowed. But apparently, I think the guy who lived next door has been smoking for so long, and when he moved here, smoking was allowed, and now it's not. Ask them to conduct a tenant survey to gauge the views of residents about a policy prohibiting smoking in all indoor areas. Generally, the residents will be supportive. If and when the property manager, they may try to fix the problem by plugging underneath your door. That's not going to work. The Federal Fair Housing Act could be used if, yes, so this is legal options. A lawsuit should be your last resort. If possible, consider moving. So there you go. So that's pretty much what it's about. So those who say I should get an air purifier. Well, this one's from the Mayo Clinic. I'm thinking about buying an air purifier. Do any of them work on cigarette smoke? They do not. It says you're out of luck. Tobacco smoke is made up of gaseous pollutants and particulate matter. Most air purifiers, also called air cleaners, aren't designed to remove gaseous pollutants. Mechanical air filters, such as high-efficiency particulate HEPA filters and electronic air cleaners, such as ionizers, target particles. While air cleaning devices can reduce levels of smaller airborne particles, research suggests that devices aren't 100% effective. This might be due to the difficulty of cleaning particles from every room in a home and the fact that many particles. I can't open all the windows because it's so humid out there. I gotta have the air conditioner on, but even that's not helping. So many particles from secondhand smoke are on the surfaces of furniture and clothing. When someone touches these surfaces, the particles become airborne again and are breathed in before they can be filtered. So air filters don't work. The best way to protect non-smokers from secondhand smoke is not to allow smoking in your home. So that's the key here. And like I said, my landlord is a nice guy. He said he would talk to the guy. He totally understands where I'm coming from. But again, I'm still dealing with it, and I'm frustrated, and I don't know what to do. Obviously, I get to the point where I'm going to have to take some kind of legal action because yelling. At first, I asked the guy very nicely when this was first a problem. Let me make it clear. I asked the guy next door very nicely to stop, and I made several polite letters. But because he won't listen, I'm tired of being polite. And one time I got really loud, and he did stop. He went outside to smoke. But other than that, he's still getting away with it. He's still doing it in his apartment, putting us all at risk. He doesn't care. As much as some people, a lot of people, would just beat him up. All right, I don't believe in that. Violence doesn't solve anything, but a lot of people, especially people with mental illness, would not be handling this so well. I should not be put in this situation. I have a right to live somewhere that I don't have to breathe this smoke in, and I shouldn't be the one that has to move because he's the one breaking the rules. That's ridiculous. This guy should be evicted, but now there's a moratorium on evictions, so that may be part of the problem too. Thank you, Governor Cuomo. This is what's going on. This is what I'm dealing with. I figured I'd let you know. This is something that obviously I'm very upset about. I know a lot of people deal with it, and I know that a lot of people deal with it, but you shouldn't have to. There should be law against this stuff. I don't know. The cigarette lobby has a lot of control in this country. It's all I can say. There should be a law against it. Smoking should be forbidden in any multi-tenant building. And as far as I'm concerned, people who repeatedly break these rules should be arrested. This guy should be arrested for what he's doing, because not only is he affecting my health and the health of other people in this building, he's also creating a fire hazard as well by smoking in his apartment, which puts everybody's lives at risk. So again, I don't think this should be taken lightly. Secondhand smoke is not a joke, and I'm tired of fooling around with this guy. I'm tired of dealing with it. I am ready to take him to court. If I contact a lawyer, that's really what I want to. So I want to sue this guy. I already yelled at him saying I'm going to sue him because this has got to stop. I'm not dealing with this anymore. One way or another, I'm not dealing with this anymore. And if I got to move, it'll be somewhere I want to live. I'm not going to be forced to live somewhere I don't want to live because of this guy. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. If you're a smoker, take it outside. This guy has a car. He can smoke in his car. Or how about quitting? How about that? As far as I'm concerned, and smoking also probably makes you more vulnerable to coronavirus too. So it's another thing. If it was up to me, cigarettes would be banned. They should be outlawed, in my opinion. But we know the cigarette lobby is a huge thing in this country. That won't happen. So that's going to be it for this video. I figured I'd just let you know what's going on. It's very frustrating. It's very upsetting. And on a night like tonight, when you have and it's raining, otherwise I just open the windows, but I can't even do that right now. So, like I said, my landlord is a nice guy. I'm not really mad at my landlord. I'm mad at this guy next door. He just needs to cut it out already. It's ridiculous. He's just being a jerk. I don't understand what the big deal is. Just cut it out. Here's the thing. He could probably get a vapor thing. I know those things aren't great, but he could probably get an electronic cigarette, and no one would notice. But this guy, he's just an asshole. That's all. He's just an asshole. I live next to an asshole. Or maybe I'll live next to a jerk. I'll just put that in the video. Take care, and thank you for watching. And, wish me luck. Hopefully this guy stops smoking, because I've ready to have it. I'm tired of dealing with it. My closet's next to his apartment. It smells like smoke in there. The smoke smell drifts into the hallway. And then one time he was blowing it out the window next to my window. This guy needs to stop smoking his apartment, period. That's what I want.